Yellowstone expands its universe once again with a brand new show that has been in the making for a while. In November 2023, Taylor Sheridan announced that 2 new shows will be added to the Yellowstone franchise, a prequel titled 1944 and a sequel, 2024. As we are about to reach the end of 2024, there is an update on the highly expected first-ever Yellowstone sequel. It is no longer titled 2024. It is now titled The Madison, and it has arguably the strongest cast that any Yellowstone spin-off series has ever had to this date. According to the news, Michelle Pfeiffer is set to star in and executive produce The Madison. If you have been keeping up with my videos over the past year, you know that I teased this information before. And now, after months of negotiations, it has become real. Chris McCarthy, CEO of Paramount Global and president of Showtime and MTV Entertainment Studios, praised Pfeiffer, saying, "Michelle Pfeiffer is an extraordinary talent who brings emotional depth, authenticity, and grace to every role. She's the perfect lead for the latest chapter in the Yellowstone universe, The Madison, crafted by the brilliant Taylor Sheridan." It is clear that Paramount is counting on Michelle to save the franchise. Another prediction that came through is that Kurt Russell will star alongside Michelle, presenting a brand new power couple to root for. Honestly, I cannot think of a better duo to lead a Yellowstone show. So great casting for sure. Lastly, Patrick J. Adams, widely recognized from Suits, is announced to star in The Madison, likely as the son of Michelle and Kurt. Apparently, the show will center on a New York City family navigating life in the Madison River Valley of central Montana. So it is very different from what we got so far in the franchise. It is not about the Duttons, for once. It is a radical move on Sheridan's part, for sure. So far, all the prequel shows covered the history of the Duttons. We started with 1883, watching the family move from Tennessee to Montana, then continued with 1923, watching the family trying to survive the harsh conditions in Montana. We know that the next prequel, 1944, will also cover the life of the Duttons during World War II. Of course, yet another Yellowstone spin-off series, 6666, has been in the making forever, and it is technically not about the Duttons. But it is marketed as a spin-off series, not a sequel. When you market a show as a sequel, then we expect to see a link to the original family that we have been watching for the past 6 years. TV Line speculates that the storyline could follow wealthy matriarch Stacy Clyburn, who relocates her family from New York City to Montana after the tragic deaths of her husband and brother-in-law in a plane crash, which sounds very interesting. So perhaps she is a distant cousin of the Duttons, or she is just a wealthy woman who takes over the ranch. Either way, it is expected this NYC family to have a link to the Duttons. Even if it is not through bloodline, it is definitely through the Yellowstone Ranch. Yes, you heard it right. This family is expected to be the new owners of the Yellowstone Ranch, one way or another. After Yellowstone ends with a massive family drama, in November, the Madison will take over the scene, putting an end to the Duttons' reign on the ranch. Let me know how you feel about Duttons no longer being the owners of the Yellowstone Ranch in the comments below. Personally, I think we were set up for this outcome for the past couple of seasons. We knew that the prophecy of the natives expressed clearly that the Duttons would lose the ranch after 7 generations. And then, with John being out of the picture, there is no one to protect the ranch against changing times. So it is not shocking that a brand new family from NYC will be the place's owners. Paramount describes the series as a heartfelt exploration of grief and human connection. This emphasis on grief is interesting. Many fans interpreted this as a reference to the death of John, and subsequently, the Duttons, as a great family. So even though the new family led by Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell will take over the ranch, they will struggle with the legacy and grief left by the Duttons, which is admittedly a unique premise. But let me know what you think about it. The Madison is produced by MTV Entertainment Studios, 101 Studios, and Bosque Ranch Productions, with an impressive lineup of executive producers including Sheridan, David C. Glasser, John Linson, Art Linson, Ron Burkle, Bob Yari, David Hutkin, Christina Voros, Michael Friedman, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Keith Cox. So there is a high chance that the show will be good. In fact, it will probably be so good that we won't even miss Yellowstone anymore. I mean, with names like Michelle and Kurt in your hand, how can you ruin a TV series, right? Filming for the new series is expected to start later this month, with a release planned for 2025. It will follow the conclusion of the original Yellowstone series, which begins airing its final episodes on November 10th. This means that we can expect the show's new characters to be teased in the very last episode of Yellowstone. Perhaps we would also get a hint that some of our original cast members would also star in the new series. Fingers crossed, we can expect the official trailer to be out in January 2025. Until that time, stay tuned on Next Film to get more information about the Yellowstone universe. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.